us don't have to pretend we are the same too. Talk about the past like it's a scene from a movie. Two perfect lovers trapped inside a dream that you can't shake. Who would want to anyway? But I still feel it, old and gray with a little more extra weight on my face. Matches the lines that show the toll that time takes. It's taking damn near everything away. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Next to you is the only place that I want my head to lay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. As long as we can remember the good times were so far away. We're gonna be okay.
Coverage of tonight's race presented by the Asphalt Racing Network, of course, in partnership with Decals Paint and Photoshop for all of your iRacing paint needs. That is your one-stop shop. And, of course, Young Hitta Collectibles for your Lionel verified chase pieces. Be sure to check us out on Whatnot. Preferably Facebook now, though. NASCAR Heat 5's in the air tonight. Changed up a little bit on the starting soon screen. Probably keep that around with the soundtrack you're hearing in the background as well. We are at Pocono tonight for the Naras Cup Series. That is not our style. Hold on. Production slacking. Still not our style. There we go. Naras Cup Series takes on Pocono here tonight. Of course, it is going to be a 84-degree track for qualifying here tonight. 71 degrees in the air, 16-mile-per-hour winds for these Gen 7 cars. That is going to be a little tough for those drivers tonight. Of course, 8 additional sets of tires. That is plus the one they will start with. 9 whole sets of tires here tonight. No fast repairs. 3 green-white checkers that hopefully we will not use with a 100%. No, they are not 100% fuel. It's supposed to be 65% of a fuel limit in the cars tonight. That is averaging about 25 laps per run. 3 stages here tonight. That is going to be 25 for stage 2, and then 50 for stage number 3. So they're going to be cutting it real close when it comes down to time today. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Me personally, it goes by a little bit too fast. We're already here on a Saturday. Why is the podium up? What is happening right now? Normally, it's the national anthem that wants to play in my ears. Tonight, we say different. Isaiah Fox on the board right now. Currently sitting with your fastest time here tonight. Where did my music go? Black sitting in second place. Hoppy is in third. Sound is breaking up.
Joey woke up that morning with no intention of making waves, but the sun was shining on him. He had to stop and shield his face. Took a stroll outside to greet the birds and the bees and trees.
Everything good now? All right, cool. Yeah, I have no idea what that must have been. A little hiccup down the road. Yeah, Isaiah Fox right now sitting in P1. Davis in second, Lax. Third fastest qualifying time, Hoppy in fourth. Fisher finishing in fifth right now. Jeffrey Bourne running his laps here tonight. Mark Randall also going to be here tonight. Garden Hansen in that good old number 3. Corey Rainey with the Naras, number 4. Kevin Vergara here, number 29. A few drivers getting their qualifying times done right now. 2 left on the track. That is going to be Vergara and Rainey. Rainey looks like to be finishing his time right now, so he'll be pulling off of the track. Getting ready for warm-ups, which should now be kicking over. Lone qualifying officially finished. Now going to the warm-up section. Perfect opportunity to hear the sights and sounds. Hear and see, shall I say, the sights and sounds here of Pocono tonight. Isaiah Fox first taking the field here. Garden Hansen as well out on the track right now. First lap around for about everybody right now, waiting to see who's going to hit the board with the best time here in warm-ups. Of course, some will probably have a draft lap. Josh Mason, the 88, now on the track as well. Probably have a little bit of draft, and you know what? There's something we can use. Choose the 2020. Good old ticker. Show you their best times. They start second. Yeah, what's up, man? There we go, starting to roll now. Your fastest times in order now officially on the tower. Still 7 minutes left in warm-ups right now. Going to be a technical track here tonight. Of course, we are returning here to Pocono. This is the second race of the regular season for Pocono tonight. Last time we were here, we were in the notorious Gen 6 car. We come back to Pocono tonight with the Gen 7. What can we expect from these drivers here tonight to be able to pull out of those machines? Especially being on an entirely different generation of car. Of course, still a lot of stories here as we are slowly wrapping up the regular season, almost done with the regular season and on to the round of 16. Corey Rainey, a driver who is not on the track right now for warm-ups, is currently in second place behind that 40 Bull Motorsports' very own Owen Lax. Rainey is tracking down Lax. You can see it on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Rainey 53 points back. He is actually winless. That would be a pole win. 53 points back is Corey Rainey right now to Owen Lax. Lax has the regular season all but locked up. 53 points is the gap leading into this race tonight. Owen, of course, is out of provisionals, which means if he misses a race, Corey has a shot to catch major gains on Lax. Lax running at that Delaware Life scheme here tonight. Big host of our fans, why we call him the Hurricane. 26 Amanda Root, 29 of Vergara, and Sims looking all to be ready to go here tonight. Sitting about 8th place in fastest times right now. Of course, Vergara locked into the playoffs with the win. So a lot of time left to go, a few weeks left to go, shall we say, in the season. Next week's race, we will be in Darlington for the throwback weekend. After tonight's green flag, only 3 regular season races left before the round of 16 kicks off at Chicagoland. But more importantly, the all-forgiving Homestead for the Ford EcoBoost 300 for our championship race this season. 4 drivers going head-to-head to see who will be able to pull the 3rd championship of this season. Of course, live coverage you can find live here on December 19th for our 200-lap championship race. Right now, drivers still have about 4 weeks, including here tonight, entirely to worry about where they're going to be seating themselves in the round of 16 last season for a playoff run here as we are moving to the chase next season. It's going to be very interesting to see how this is all going to play out for these drivers. Who will come out notoriously on top and who will have to bite that bullet. Of course, we're going to go ahead and roll into our national anthem now, so we can get the proceedings moving on here tonight, as there's a minute 31 left before they hit the grid.
Oh, say,
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The bells are tolling. The drivers are strapped in, ready to go. And we are ready to give you some hellacious action here in the Pocono Mountains. Looking up into row one on your pole position is going to be Isaiah Fox with Joseph Davis on the outside. Row number two, Corey Rainey and Owen Lax. Rounding out your top five in row number three is going to be Peter Hoppy with Jordan Fisher. Row four, Mandarude and Bourne. Row number five, rounding out your top 10 is going to be Mark Randall and Cardin Hansen. Row number six, Mark Morton and Josh Mason. Row seven, we're going to have Vergara and Kyle Sims. In row eight, in the back by himself, 15th place, Thomas Adams. One formation lap here tonight, 4 minutes worth of pacing if it doesn't go their way. There's going to be a long, long night of racing if we can't keep it green for these drivers. Of course, 25 laps for stage number one. 100 laps in total here on a 2.5 mile track. It's going to be difficult. It's going to get bumpy. Most importantly, it is going to get radioactive. Hope you all at home are ready to root on your favorite driver, your favorite grandson, uncle, cousin, nephew, whatever it may be. It's going to be a long endurance race for them boys. Thankfully, they got stages, but a lot of strategy is going to have to go into this one here tonight. Pace car should be off this time. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing. Of course, first initial restart of the race is going to be on the iRacing flag guy. Pace car's off. Green flag's out now. Lap 1 now completed. Isaiah Fox still holding the lead strong right now. Isaiah Fox doing a really good job to manage his lead, hold up this position right now. Still has some competition behind him. Joseph Davis not too far off, about 0.2 tenths of a second off the rear bumper of Fox. At this point in time, there's still a lot to go left in stage number 1. It's going to be about the longevity of these tires. They're really going to have to worry about, is he going to burn up a lot of tire early on is going to be the question. It's going to be a tricky game to have to play. Sitting here looking at the top 3. Lax not too far off, almost by a second though. Davis does have draft. Last kind of in the draft right now, but a little bit left out high and dry for himself here. He's going to have a decent entrance into that corner, but it's not going to let him catch up any time so far. The guy that Lax is trying to drive away from is going to be the 4 car of Corey Rainey, who is now sitting in 4th. He's down 1 position. He switched with Lax. Has a train of cars behind him right now. 9 of Fisher looks to wanting to be setting up to take the inside. Will go to the inside now. They're going to be side by side. Rainey going to let Fisher go by. No problems at all. It's really where your fight is back here. Carden Hansen in 6th. Bourne up 1 position in 7th, as well as Mason up 4. 88 now in 8th place. Going to be a little bit of a split between Mark Squared, Mark Randall, and Mark Morton side by side. 99 and the 00. Morton gets the advantage over Randall. Catching up to a full pack of cars in front. Kind of scattered, and you're already seeing it early. Multiple line differences between these drivers. This is also going to be tricky to have to get around in traffic. You know, in the corner, these 3 in front are kind of taking up the whole entire track. Hansen up top. You got Mason bound in the middle line. Bourne, teammate to the 99, kind of staying on the low side. It's going to be a little bit difficult if you're competition to try to get around at some point in time. There's going to be a lot of drivers around you to have to navigate through, and knowing when you can get around or when you can push your luck in that gap is going to be the question. I mean, 00 Mark Randall has that gap in the middle. If he had the run, he could have tried to make it. It would have shot a 3 wide. You know, if you're not prepared for that 3 wide, that could make a difference. Could make a pretty big difference on the outcome of the situation. So that's why you don't see a lot of drivers wanting to push that 3 wide that fast, or at least that early on. Can make a big difference. Of course, right now Fisher in 4th place. He's in 5th gear. I can promise you that. We can take a look. Just to confirm. Yep, correct. He's in 5th gear. Not able to catch up much time. He is catching on to Lax, but it doesn't seem like he's catching much currently. Lap 7 in already out of 100. Isaiah Fox leading all laps here tonight so far. Davis not letting go of that rear. He's only down another 10th. He's at 0.345 now. He's the closest person to Fox right now. When or will he be able to overtake him is the question. Lax currently sitting in 2nd place. 3.3 seconds off of the pace of the 09. So the 09 has something up his sleeve for sure tonight. Has done a pretty good job to get himself to where he's at now. So far, so good for a lot of these drivers here, trying to maintain some gaps, keep some distance going. Corey Rainey now down into 6th, 99 of Morton, not too far behind. A little bit of a wide shot, this 5-car pack. Mark Randall not too far behind Mandarood. Another 6-car pack, including Randall there. So far getting spread out pretty far. Randall already 6.7 seconds off the pace of the leader. Is already all the way to 9th place. 10th place is almost 7.01 back. So there's a lot of time already lost to these leaders from about majority of the field. So far, you've got to start wondering, how good can the 09's tires be here today? I mean, right now, weather currently sitting at 89 degrees on the track temp. She still has 16 mile per hour wind, so it is going to make a bit of a difference. Of course, biggest question tonight as Fisher makes the pass on Mason is, when are we going to see a Jordan Fisher return to victory lane? We've seen it a lot of times, him get a good run, just either not able to finish the night out due to somebody else's mistakes or a car malfunction. You know, he has said before, since he moved to this next-gen car, his confidence has rose about 10 times. He's led laps at Indy, top 5 car at Kentucky, but has DNF'd from Indy and finished multiple laps down due to damage at Kentucky. So, like we're talking about, car feels a lot better for him, but at the same point in time, just not able to produce what he's expecting to produce. Will it clear up before we get to the playoffs this season? That's going to be a big time of needing clean races, needing your best finishing effort of all season. One small screw up during one of those races, and it could unfortunately end your entire night, or the rest of your season, shall I say. Pretty quiet between drivers' communications right now. Everybody trying to figure out if they'll have enough gas with these 15 laps to go. About a half a tank of gas, almost about 25 they'll get for a run here tonight. Looking to Mark Morton in 5th place, just about a half a tank. Isaiah Fox a little bit under that. Goes to show he's pushing a little bit harder in these corners. Is shifting gears as well. Fox shifting down into 4th. I think he's burning a little bit more gas, using 4th for a predominant amount of the track. See what Davis is running back here, if he's switching up at all. Davies does shoot down to fourth there in turn one. Davis shoots back up to fifth there. Goes back down to fourth. That might be where he's losing a little bit of time. Isaiah just hits the wall there. You know, fifth gear running might actually be the smartest move here, though, because you're gonna save some gas, not having to shift back and forth. Right now, Fisher up into third, 5.8 seconds back from the leaders. Teammate of Mason making the move to the inside. 99 of Morton not too far behind, boxing out Mason from returning back to the high side. Mason going to take it to the inside of his teammate. Has the position not fully clear to assume the lane. It's going to go back down to a fight. Will Morton push it 3 wide? No, decides to stay behind the 9. Ooh, Mason a little wiggly there. Almost just lost his footing in that turn. Gotta wonder if he's pushing too hard on the entrances and exits. Burning up that right rear tire. Pretty good there. Pretty stable that time by. Didn't have to make any adjustments. Davis still in second place, getting a little bit more time. Back up on the Fox, at least 0.2 he's shaved off. He's now back into 3.3, still has some dirty air to have to fight. Losing a little bit of time back again, 11 laps to go in the stage. Drivers looking like they're gonna be able to make it on fuel. It might be a tough strategy to have to pull off, though. Lax in 6th place right now, not doing too bad. Like he said a few times, you know, just trying to get the car firing early has not seemed to have been his forte this season on all tracks. Still a really good finishing position after he learns the car in the traffic, how it drives in the draft, what you need to expect from the car in dirty air all night. Right now he's in about the middle of the pack. He's driving with. Corey Rainey just behind. Mark Morton just in front. Rainey's going to make the move to the inside now. Don't think it's going to pay off for him in this corner. Actually does gain a lot of time to that door of the 40. A little bit of a wiggle there. That took a little bit of the Force momentum away. You got 2 lines fighting. Fisher shoots back in as he is now in 5th place. Morton and Mason going for a fight now. No, these guys they're catching the leader. Not much. They're going to need more than 9 laps to knock off 7 seconds. I think right now for most of these drivers, it's all about trying to stay in that dirty air. Even though it's going to negatively affect your car, save you some gas mileage on these straightaways, not having to push too hard on the throttle to keep up with your teammate or a competitor in front. Look like Rainey on the high side back here. Fisher will get clear. Rainey for an over-under. Like trying to keep some clean air on that right side tires. He hugged the wall a little bit. Pretty close fight here between the 4 and the 9. Ford just lost a little bit of momentum going out of that corner. Ford, he's going to be on the bumper now. Gives him a solid push into the corner. Not going to do much for the 4 of Corey Rainey, though. He's going to be able to get to the outside now. Fisher's going to slam back down into the line. That's going to force Lax to have to go to the inside. Lax now trying to get around Fisher. Fisher slowly falling off of pace right now. He was just sitting up there in third. Teammate of Josh Mason now holds that spot, 9 positions up from where he started. Fisher down in 7th, just 1 position down from where he qualified in 6th. And seems to lose another position here to Lax. Fisher is dealing with a knee problem right now on that driving side knee, so that could be also a big result of his driving here tonight. You know, he's not trying to lose points that can seed him better into this race, or into the playoffs, excuse me. But at some point in time, you're still going to want to give it your all when you know you can't. Tonight is one of those nights. He wants to try to do as much as possible while keeping a good points lead on the rest of the drivers behind him. Going back up to our leaders. It is still the same thing for 20 laps so far. Count them. 21 now. Isaiah Fox dominating stage 1. 5 laps to go. Davis still about 0.3 behind. He's not close, but he's not out of the woods yet. Anything could happen at any point in time. Really good so far. Everybody's still together in their little assorted packs right now. Mason and Morton have really pulled off. Corey Rainey not too far behind in a top 5 spot right now. He's going to have the advantage over 1 position to Lax. Points gained are going to be points gained. If I'm not mistaken, I just heard a pit call out on the radio. That is correct.
Oh, no, I'm pitting in this time.
Fox goes into pits. Fox was not certain he was going to be able to make it. He decides to go into pits now. Fox and Davis going to be the 2 drivers to currently be in pits. Josh Mason cycles out to the lead with 3 laps to go. Now that Isaiah has sealed his fate, do these drivers have the wherewithal to stay out? Or are they going in? Who is going to try to stay out for that extra lap? 99 of Morton going in this time, as well as Fisher. Pushes Rainey up into second place now. He's going to make the advancement over Mason. Mason looking like his tires are shot. Rainey will get the lead here with 2 laps to go. Does he try to push it? Does he go in for just the gas and go? Ooh, roar into the wall just a little bit. Nothing too serious. Josh Mason losing a little bit more time now. One to go. Seems like these drivers are going to stay out on track. They are definitely clutching. Mason is at least. I don't know about Rainey. They're going to go side by side for a position. Mason does get it back on the top side. Rainey gets it back on the bottom. Mason trying to get the stage win here with an over-under. He'll move to the inside, but won't get a good run there going down this straightaway. He'll have to try to make another slingshot here as they go into the next turn. Going out of turn 3, Mason nowhere in sight. Lost a lot of time. Rainey pulls off a crazy strategy to get the stage number 1 win. Stage number 1 in the books. Stage number 2, another 25 laps where these drivers will have a good opportunity to try to do it all over again. It's going to be a long, long caution break as they are going to have at least 3 laps to get around the track. So we are going to take a commercial break here. First one of the night for the Naras Cup Series. We'll be back with more action. Do not go anywhere.
Industry. It runs on your industry, your hard work. After all, the wheels of commerce don't spin by themselves. It takes an expert to keep them turning. You. Mobile experts can help. Working by your side to make machines and engines last longer, streamline maintenance, understand data, and act on it, saving time, money, and energy. Because everything runs precisely, exactly, and completely the way it's designed. Something we understand inside out, from working together with experts at equipment manufacturers. Enough to earn their recommendation in 3 short words. Fill with Mobile. And it's not written in pencil for a reason. The well-oiled machine, you make it that way. Because you fill with more than exceptional lubrication. You fill with expertise, collaboration, and pride. You fill with Mobile.
You can run the perfect race.
Denny Hamlin leading the pack on the final lap.
Make all the best moves, and then, boom.
Oh, Hamlin's hit. Hamlin is out of it.
That's true in racing and life. Things happen that are out of your control. And when debt hits hard, National Debt Relief helps you take control. National Debt Relief is the most trusted debt relief company in America and can get you back on track and in control. And they don't just patch things up. They help you build a winning strategy so you can pay less than you owe in less time than you think. National Debt Relief helps reduce your debt so you can focus on moving forward. When life wrecks your finances, National Debt Relief helps you get back on track. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started today.
Every journey toward racing excellence begins the same way, with preparation. Different tracks, different stakes, but the same attention to detail. Today, the gap between the garage and the living room has never been smaller. Because mastery isn't about where you start, it's about where you train. Whether you're chasing trophies or lap times, the road to racing excellence starts with the same tools.
Logitech G wheels and pedals
Available
You asked for more, so we built more. Every overlay done. Cleaner, faster, built for racers, and built for streamers. But that was just the warm-up. Introducing the AI Chief Streamer Engine, a full broadcast-style control tower, built right into Chief. One unified chat window, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Every message all in one place. Someone drops a gift, Chief tells you. Front row Joey dropped the DJ spin. This is a race car, not a charity, but we'll take your money anyway. New follower? Chief tells you. Raid, member, super chat? Chief's already on it. Too busy battling for the lead to read chat? Don't worry, I'll read it for you. Signature Esports says, I know I said something about it on stream, but it would be cool to use Chief to be a pit reporter. This isn't another overlay package. This is your production crew. AI Chief Pro Plus. Coming soon.
Oh, say.
Getting back ready to go green here this time by. Corey Rainey does get the stage win. Comes out in 7th after running out of gas going down pit road. 09 is going to run the green flag here this time by. Another 25 laps. Already shot to a single file line here for about the top 7. Owen Lax now in 2nd place. Up 2 positions. Joseph Davis down 1, sitting in third. Mark Morton up 7. Your top 5 in fourth. Peter Hoppy still where he qualified at. Rounding out your top 5. Rainey down 3 positions in 6th. Randall up 2, now in 7th. Carden Hansen, he's up 2 positions in 8th. Vergara up 4 in 9th place. Jeffrey Bourne sitting at your top 10 spot, down 2. Mandarud down 4 in 11th. Josh Mason, he's in 12th. Fisher in 13th, not where he wants to be right now. Kyle Sims as well in 14th. Thomas Adams at 15th. From 12th to 15th, they're all 1 lap down. When Latch, Joseph Davis pretty close there. 0.4 away from Fox is that 40 car. Yes. Lax currently in 2nd place. Davis not too far behind. Isaiah Fox still rolling in 4th gear right now. 4th gear seems to be what's working for Fox right now. Will anybody else have enough speed to catch up? That is going to be the question here tonight, as Fox is leading the charge. Other than just a few laps at the end of stage number 1. Davis now moving, catching up to that 40 machine. Looks like he wants to start angling to the inside to pass. 99 on Mark Moore, not too far behind. Top 4 all right here. Peter Hoppy in 5th, about 2.5 seconds back. Not too far behind him is Corey Rainey. Isaiah Fox, though, man, 15 to go already. 25 laps. Stage number 2. Davis and Lax, pretty good pacing here. A lot of draft for both of these drivers. Davis looks like he has a stronger turn right there than Lax. Caught up a lot of time to that bumper. Not too much, though. He hasn't slingshotted himself past Lax, but still catch up a lot of time here over the course of the night. It does make a big difference. Even small progression is good progression. Of course, biggest question tonight is Isaiah Fox going to walk away with another win here? $14 laps to go. Last time we saw Isaiah Fox win, it was all the way back in Michigan, June 6th. Caution out that time by Mark Morton. Involved in that one. Mark Morton sideways on the track. Four car of Corey Rainey. I don't know if he made contact. Sounds like he made some contact. Yeah, you can see that right front has contact damage on it. Tough situation for the four of Rainey there that time. 00 sideways on that as well. Now we're back to caution. 4 minutes. I mean, four cars' car doesn't look that damaged. You can see a little bit of it. You know, it would help if we were looking at the correct car. Rainey is in pits. See some of that damage there on that right front. Not too bad. Still, he's got some time to deal in pits now. Gonna be choose cone this time by for the drivers. Been an interesting one so far. You know, and I'm glad I didn't say it, because right before that caution came out, I was going to say caution free. Incident caution free, and I'm kind of glad I did. Because now they can't blame it on me, so that's a positive. Inside is going to be Davis. Outside is going to be Fox. Green flag is going to be out now with just 11 more laps to go in stage number 2. Fox back out to an early lead here. Lax sitting in third, Davis in second. Will Lax make a move on Davis is going to be the biggest question. If so, when will he make that move? Ten laps to go. A little bit of contact in the back of the field between Jeffrey Bourne and Mark Randall. Nothing to worry about. They kept it clean. 9 left to go now. It's going to be a little bit of a wild race in the back of this pack here. Trying to get as many stage points as these drivers can right now. Hansen back here at 9th, trying to keep up with Bourne and Randall just in front. Hobby sitting in the 5th spot right now, just in front of Morton. Bad night for these drivers for sure. One of the better Pocono races. Gen 7, honestly, I think has been just the kindest to us. Gen 7 races have been, I would say, immaculate. Comparative to the Gen 6 cars, these cars are a little bit easier to hold. The way I look at it, these cars are a lot easier to have to maintain. Some drivers might not feel the same, though. Right now, Fox still in the lead. 7 laps to go. Already a 3.35 gap to Davis. Davis and Lax just not able to do anything to catch this 09 Lacken. Not much has changed here between a lot of these drivers. Six laps to go now. Ooh, Vergara just slid up real hard Fisher was back just a few more seconds. That would have been another wreck right there. So far, so good for about the mid-pack right now. They've been sitting here consistent. Mason getting around Vergara to get into 9th as he's going to have to fight Carden on the inside now. Carden's leaving a lot of room there. It's that rear pack. Mark Randall now caught up with Hoppy and Mandarud. Mandarud sitting in 5th currently at this point in time. Mark Morton separated from 5th and 3rd, but not too far away from Joseph Davis now, who is still holding on to a top 3 spot. Lax trying to gain some time to Fox. Fox here tonight, phenomenal. A whopping 42 out of 47 laps led. Now count them 43 laps led out of everybody here tonight. Literally the car to beat. Weather has not changed much. 86 on the track tent now. Got a little bit cooler. Wind still strong here, so that's probably having a lot to do. The rear end of these cars for these drivers here tonight. Lax gaining a lot of time now. I think he's starting to get that rhythm of the 4 down. Praying the 4 hits the wall, slows his car down, gives him the position. A little bit of wheel damage to the 09. Would fare pretty well for the 40 right now. Only 2 laps to go. A lot of wiggling back here in this rear car field. Fisher leading. The pack not too far behind him. Mason in front of all of them. Mason running away with that 8th place spot. Vergara in 9th. Bourne. That transfer spot in 10th for stage points right now. Vergara losing a few positions there. Still Hoppy over Randall. Lax over Davis. A lot of time has been lost in that chase to the 09 with 1 to go. Looks like Fox actually might get his stage win this time by. Will Davis pass Lax for 2nd place is going to be the actual question. Really close to the bumper there. Davis going to the outside. Will we see a transfer? No, Davis does pull out. Never mind, he's back on the inside. Almost made contact. Stage number 2 will go to Isaiah Fox. Lax in 2nd, Davis in 3rd. Morton in 4th, Mandarud in your top 5 position. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, stage number 2 now in the books. Stage 3 is going to be the longest stage with 50 laps for all of these drivers. We're going to take a short, and I wouldn't call it short. These pace laps are long. We're going to take a commercial break here. We'll be back with more Naras Cup Series action in just a few minutes.
You left me, I've been riding around, cranking up a little country gold heartbreak. Cried and dried these tears, I don't know how much.
So we built more. Every overlay done. Cleaner, faster, built for racers. And built for streamers. But that was just the warm-up. Introducing the AI Chief Streamer Engine. A full broadcast-style control tower, built right into Chief. One unified chat window. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Every message all in one place. Someone drops a gift, Chief tells you. Front row Joey dropped the DJ spin. This is a race car, not a charity, but we'll take your money anyway. New follower? Chief tells you. Raid, member, super chat? Chief's already on it. Too busy battling for the lead to read chat? Don't worry, I'll read it for you. Signature Esports says, I know I said something about it on stream, but it would be cool to use Chief to be a pit reporter. This isn't another overlay package. This is your production crew. AI Chief Pro Plus. Coming soon.
We're going to play chess while all these other boys are playing checkers.
Let's get as many points as we can. It all starts right here. Be ready?
And the green flag is in the air. Here they come, storming to turn one. This is incredible!
Can he get it done?
The grandstands are going wild.
Yeah, let's go, baby! Hell yeah, boys! We're crashing mid-pack! Checkered flag is out!
What a finish, boys!
Every journey toward racing excellence begins the same way, with preparation. Different tracks, different stakes, but the same attention to detail. Today, the gap between the garage and the living room has never been smaller. Because mastery isn't about where you start, it's about where you train. Whether you're chasing trophies or lap times, the road to racing excellence starts with the same tools.
Jump out in front!
Logitech G.
We're going to be back here now as we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. Green flag is going to be out now. Stage number 3 just started 50 laps. Before we get a winner, will we see Isaiah Fox's strategy hold on for 50 laps? It's going to be 2 full stage runs now to see who will have the strongest strategy or who has the strongest strategy to go ahead and get the win. Right now, it's looking like a shoe-in win for Fox, but a lot can change in the next 45 laps. And these drivers can tell you that too. A lot could happen within 45 laps. Right now, Mandarud, who we're following in 7th place. Mid-pack, trying to figure out where they want to be. Davis sitting in 2nd. Morton now in 3rd. Randall all the way up to 4th place. Owen Lack sitting in 5th. So far this season, it has been a really good season. Not only for the drivers, but for the cars, having to do 2 generations in the same year. Caution is going to be out now. Who spun? I don't know what happened with the yellow. Oh, 4-car in the grass, maybe? There it is. '96 of Jeffrey Bourne just kind of lost it in the corner. Didn't make contact. Caused a little bit of a spin out. Let's see. Go to a chopper cam here. Oh, Jeffrey did come down into the 28. He came down into Kyle Sims, and then that's where he broke loose. Sims was able to save it. Speaking of Kyle Sims, Sims with a major top 5 gain last week at Indy, finishing 3rd place. Of course, looking at our playoff standings right now, Mark Randall, he's in by 201. Hollinsworth plus 147. Brennan Carroll only just plus 6. The outside of that cut line is going to be Thomas Adams back 6. Kenneth Colson back by 28 points. Carden Hansen back by 87. Jack Plyler back by 88. And Caleb Hess back by 102. Owen Lax leading the charge with 31 playoff points. And as of now, Charlie Bennett has been reported to not return to Naras in 2027. Right now, Isaiah Fox still currently your leader. drivers will be to choose cone this time by. Same situation for row number 1. Davis on the bottom, Fox on the top side. We're going to get back rolling green flag here. Pace car is going to be off this time. We're going to be back green flag racing now. Jump is going to be from the 09 by Isaiah Fox. On the top side is green flag is going to be back out now. Davis still trying to figure out how to get up to the rear bumper of this 09. Fox still in the lead. No worries right now. Looking pretty solid right now. Davis holding on behind the 09, but we've seen this story about 50 times now. 50 laps where they have been pretty close, pretty consistent, and then the fall off begins between them and their tires. Top 3 really close now. You got to wonder, are they going to be able to do something this time? Or will it be the same old story written all over again?
back to the top 5 spot. Hoppy and Manderwood. Manderwood sitting in that 5th place spot right now. Markham Morton creeping up behind in 6th place. Not a bad night for Morton. Already up 5 positions, but not our hardest charger. That is Kevin Vergara right behind. Already up 6 positions on the night. Currently in 7th. Gaining some good time here to the bumper of the 99, but we'll still have to get around. Looking back up top, Isaiah Fox, Joseph Davis. They are getting pretty close here. I think Davis is slowly starting to catch on. Uh-oh, Morton coming into pits this time. Go back and look and see what happened. Ooh, that did not look good. Hard hit. Hard hit to that outside wall. We're still going to be green here, though. No caution for that. Lax trying to figure out what he can do back here. Vergara now up to 6th place. To the leaders right now, Davis within a 10th of a second. He's holding this gap better this stage than he was the last few stages.
Lack still in third place. 19 out of 50 here for stage number 3. Really good racing we've seen all night. Will anybody in this top 5 be able to take away this run here from Fox? Pretty spread out across the board. Ooh, teammates running hard in the corner there. Still watching the 88 and the 9. Two teammates that were just running pretty intense there. Just about a lap ago. They've kind of spread out a little bit as we got about 30 laps left to go in this one. Davis losing time to the rear bumper of Fox. So far, so good here tonight for these drivers. Only a few people out. The 4 car of Corey Rainey, the 99 of Morton. After that wall contact, too much damage. 48 of Thomas Adams. Top 3 still all inside of each other. Lax trying to figure out something he can do to catch up to these 2 in front of him. He's had a good night all night. He's been consistently running where he's at on the field. Just doesn't have much to give. See him overdriving those corners just a little bit, trying to catch up this time lost to the 2 cars in front of him. I don't know if it's going to hurt him or if it's going to benefit him here. Their tires have also got to be worn at the same point in time, too. James Vanderrood sitting in 5th place right now. Not too far behind Hoppy, who is in 4th. Vanderrood and Hoppy split by about a 1.5 seconds. Pretty big gaps within this top 5 of these 1st and 2nd place cars. Davis really now getting a run up to a whole 1/10 of a second. These top 2 doing pretty good right now. Fox leading the charge with 70 out of 75 laps led for himself here tonight. Pretty good numbers. I mean, when you come in and almost dominate an entire stage, other than the first other than 5 laps, those being the 5 laps that came from the end of stage number 1, I would say you're having a pretty good race. Right now, the biggest thing to worry about for these drivers is going to be their pit cycles. We are coming up as we hit 26 laps. Driver saved a little bit of fuel under caution in the initial staging. Mandarud, Vergara sitting pretty good. Hoppy's low. Mandarud in 5th place, and Vergara is still sitting decent on gas, as well as Bourne. Mason, Randall, Fisher, and Sims. They're all sitting pretty good on gas here right now. Of course, these leaders are going to have to come hit them. No doubt about it. 09 of Fox will have to come in at some point in time. That's when the 40 Alax might pounce. Try to go for a few extra positions that he might not have been able to get just a few short minutes ago. That's the name of the game, though. Got to take the opportunity when you get it. Sit around for too long. And you might miss your chance. '96 Jeffrey Bourne and the '88 of Mason. They are going to be side by side right now. Few drivers talking about how their tires feel here tonight. Let's go ahead and hear from a few of the drivers.
For the broad.
Okay, well, we're going to have to try that again, as that didn't work.
For the broadcaster, tires suck, car tight, can't turn. Air dirtier than a dust storm over here.
The tires are still no bueno.
Lot of pit cycles are starting now. Joseph Davis out on the field. James Mandarud, Mason Fisher all into pits, as well as Isaiah Fox and Lax. Davis now going to go into pits. Peter Hoppy coming into pits as well. Vergara still around the track. He will be in pits this time. Marco Randall now takes the lead. Carden Hansen in this time, so Mark Randall with a risky strategy. still has some gas. He might try to go around for at least one. That give him a good distance. I don't know how much of a distance he'll be able to hold because of it, but I mean, he still will have a good distance to run the rest of the field. A little bit of a gas to go here. Of course, you're going to have to take 4 tires as well. Mark Randall still out. Isaiah Fox 21 seconds back. You can see the difference on those fresh tires. He is catching a lot of time here right now. Mark Randall now catching up to Carden Hansen. He will lap Hansen if he can get around him. Carden Hansen having to go in pits with a black flag. Must have got a black flag for speeding into pits. Hopefully he doesn't do it again while going in this time either. Looks to get in there clean. No brake dust. Randall still out on track. Fox has already got like at least a second and a half, maybe then some. Double zero will be in this time. We've been patiently waiting for a 20-second gap over the entirety of the field. We're going to keep up with this gap as here is Isaiah Fox. Taking down the time now. It's going to be really close for Randall to try to pull off this strategy to a T. He's not even in his box yet. It takes about 48 seconds entirely. Down pit road. That is your install, gas, tires, and back out. Fox will take the lead. Randall now down to 4th place. Left side jacked up. He is back out now. Mandarud passes him around. Mason will pass him as well as Fisher. Vergara will pass as well as Randall is just now exiting pit road. Oh, might be an unsafe exit. Hopefully Randall does not get the black flag there for an unsafe pit exit. Tires were past that blue line before he got the end of it. What it looks like. He's already made it deep into turn 1 and 2. With no black flag, so I think he should be good. Fox now back in the lead. 34 laps out of 50. We're going to shoot it to another commercial break. Let these drivers get some of these run times in. Oh, everything's frozen. Might be kicked out of the session. Might need a commercial break. Yep. We will definitely need that commercial break as now we are kicked out of the session. So give us a few minutes to get loaded back in, and we will be back in just a few. Apologize about that, folks.
industry. It runs on your industry, your hard work. After all, the wheels of commerce don't spin by themselves. It takes an expert to keep them turning. You. Mobile experts can help, working by your side to make machines and engines last longer, streamline maintenance, understand data, and act on it, saving time, money, and energy. Because everything runs precisely, exactly, and completely the way it's designed. Something we understand inside out, from working together with experts at equipment manufacturers. Enough to earn their recommendation in 3 short words. Fill with. And it's not written in pencil or pencil. A well-oiled machine, you make it that way. As you fill with more than exceptional lubrication, you fill with expertise, collaboration, and pride. You fill with Mobile.
In the perfect race.
Hamlin leading the pack final lap.
Make all of the moves, and then, boom.
Oh, Hamlin hit. Hamlin is out of it.
That's true in racing and life. Things happen that are out of your control. And when debt hits hard, National Debt Relief helps you take control. National Debt Relief is the most trusted debt relief company in America and can get you back on track and then control. And they don't just patch things up. They help you build a winning strategy so you pay less than you owe in less time than you think. National Debt Relief helps reduce your debt so you can focus on moving. Life correct your finances. National Debt Relief helps you get back on track. Visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started today.
Every journey to racing excellence begins the same way, with preparation. Different tracks, different stakes, but the same attention to detail. Today, the gap between the garage and the living room has never been smaller. Because mastery isn't about where you start, it's about where you train. Whether you're chasing trophies or lap times, the road to racing excellence starts with the same tools.
Jumped out in front.
Logitech G wheels and pedals.
Available, one click.
Okay, we are back from that little bit of a hiccup. And at the same time, Jerry Lax, I know you're watching. We pulled a fox because as we got kicked out of the session, we had a caution. 3 wide from the 29, the 00, and the 9 caused a little bit of calamity here. Jordan Fisher ate the wall. Unfortunately. Now we are under caution. And have really bad frames right now. Everything should be clearing up there. A little bit of a spike. Apologize about that, folks. Bad incident. Bad incident. Believe the 9 car is going to be out of commission after that wreck. Fox will maintain your lead. Lax in third. Davis will be taking second. Same situation. Fox on the high side, Davis on the bottom. Now we finish pacing before we get back racing. Pace lights are off. We're going back green this time. Once that pace car gets off the track. Isaiah did stay out. He's going to be on old tires. This might be a bad move for him. Davis might be able to get the lead here. A little bit of a bump from the 40 there as he expected the green to drop just a little bit earlier. Side by side, Davis actually does get the lead. A little bit of contact there in the corner. Fox will get it back. Davis losing time there now. E11 laps to go. Back and forth between the leaders right now. Owen Lax really close to trying to be... Oh, thought he was going for a 3 wide there. Decided against it. Isaiah Fox still has this lead. Now it is a growing lead over the 22 of Davis. Davis have any run here? Watching about your top 5 going through the corner in the wide cam. See how spread out they are. Big gaps between 1 through 3rd place. Don't seem to be changing either. Hoppy actually getting a little bit closer to Lax than Lax probably would enjoy. Lax in that top 3rd spot right now. Not wanting to lose it this late into the race. 9 laps to go. They're getting beat by a driver on older tires. Lax went in at lap 87. Fox went in at lap 78. Now Davis with the new fastest lap of all time. See how strong this gap is here. 0.1, 110, and slowly losing time as well. He has the speed to get up to Isaiah and pass him. Good at racing here in the corner. Vergara on the apron. Something going on with the car. Keep an eye on Vergara here. He's in the top 10 spot. Looks like his car almost wants to break loose on him. Vergara now in 10th, 6 laps down. Hansen 2 laps down. 8 drivers on lead lap. Peter Hoppe in 4th place. Lost a little bit of time to the bumper of the 40. Still has 6 laps to make it back up. Mason sitting in the top 5 right now. Good gaps in front and behind. Peter Hoppe is about 1.4 in front of him. Mark Randall is about 0.78 behind. So he has some good margins to manage. Randall actually has some competition behind him. 26, Amandarud gets around. Randall is going to let them by on the bottom side. Almost had a little bit of an incident there. Kyle Sims and Mandaroo are going to be side by side. Josh Mason just in front. Top 3 now slowly starting to catch each other again with 5 laps to go. Will Fox seal the deal? Will he have a malfunction? Will older tires not be the way to go? Has he burnt through his set? 2 behind him are praying for wall contact. I feel like Lax now starting to build up a really good run here. Kept a good margin there for at least the last lap and a half. Davis just falls way off pace that time. Loses 0.2 of a second. Isaiah running low on gas, should have enough to finish these last 3 laps. .22 at Davis and the 40 of Lax slowly starting to catch up again. Little bump draft going on there between the 22 and the 40. They have lost a lot of time there. Now they're back to 6. They lost half of the time they were building up. It's going to be solidified unless Fox spins himself out under caution, which I do not see happening. Vergara is just going to go into pits. It's going to be Isaiah Fox's race to win. These two do not have anything for him. Whoa. Lax out of nowhere. Fox will take the win. Lax advances over Davis for second place. One crazy run at the end there. And a half since Isaiah Fox has taken his last win. Decides to go get himself another one today. Of course, Lax finishing in second. Davis in third after a last-minute run from the 40 car. Make a big difference in points tonight. For Lax as the leader, as Rainey was not able to finish the race. Of course, looking at your results, Fox with 88 laps led here tonight. He does get the win. We'll hear from all of the top three. Of course, starting off well, never mind. I guess we're not going to get an interview from Jesse Davis, so we're going to move over to our second place You're getting moved up tonight because Davis isn't here.
Woo.
Woo. Should have known it was coming.
Woo.
Well, how was your race?
I despise this track and car combo so much. This is the one place where I cannot save the tires. So I just gave up on saving the tires and it ended up working out better for me. I thought it was a decent race. I feel like Isaiah and Joseph kind of controlled a lot of it. I felt like there were a lot of times where Joseph could have or should have made the move, especially the last 10 laps, and he just either wasn't able to get there or just didn't make it. Which sucks for me because, you know, that was probably my best opportunity is if they got into a battle, and they really didn't for more than one corner. So, I mean, all in all, I'm really happy with second. Second in stage 2, struggled a lot in stage 1, just trying to. Actually, I think I was third, second, and second. So I'm happy with a lot of that. It's a lot of good points. Again, lucky to gain points on Corey. I know he had his issue out of nowhere. Like I didn't even see it. I don't know what it was. I don't know how bad it was, but I know he dropped out. I think in stage 3. So, you know, just got a bit lucky there with his situation, and you know, looking forward to the next 3 races.
Of course, Darlington next week. Going to be a little bit of a tricky one. How are you feeling about showing up to Darlington for the throwback race?
I'm ready for Darlington, but my main focus is just making sure I can complete as many laps as possible. I think I'm to the point in the season where my main focus isn't to have. Personally, I'd love to have race winning speed every time. But today, what I tried to do is just keep the car in one piece. And sometimes I knocked the wall down, and that wasn't the case. But, you know, Darlington, I think, is actually going to be. I have an easier time doing that at Darlington than I do at Pocono for some reason. So I think if I can just try to keep the car in one piece going into stage 3, we can have a shot. Really, I just need a decent point stay. So, you know, having the wiggle room to have a bad day with Corey is going to mean a lot going into the next 3 weeks.
They doing pretty good here on the season so far. Practically have it wrapped up with a bow. I mean, you've been kind of superstitious on saying you have it locked, and don't blame me on that. But I mean, 3 races left. You got to be feeling confident and not that much going awry for you to be able to get your first regular season championship.
I mean, I know that a lot of these tracks for me are not great in this car. I've struggled to save tire on the bigger tracks the whole time. You know, I did better at Martinsville, New Hampshire. I haven't gotten to race a big track actually since we came over because I missed Indy and I missed Kentucky. So, you know, the 2 bigger tracks that we've run, I've missed, and of course the first one back is Pocono, which is probably like my least favorite track with this car. So maybe, you know, hopefully, you know, I'm better than I think I am. But I need to prepare just in case I'm not, considering the tracks that are coming up. So I'd have a little bit of experience at Darlington and Nashville. I really don't have anything at Auto Club, but I am really excited to go there. So yeah, just trying to make sure that, again, just consistent for the next 3 races, trying to lose as I won't say gain as many points. I'll say lose as little points to Corey, because I do think that these are going to be 3 tracks that he's really strong at. So just got to try to be there and minimize the points loss.
Of course, here tonight, 50 laps for stage 3, practically 2 stages put together. How was that difference in stage 3, especially when it got all rubbered up on the track, to be able to run comfortably?
For me, stage 1 was the hardest. That was the longest run that I'd gotten to do on tires, and just trying to also save fuel at the same time. I actually wore out my tires more trying to save than I did pushing for some reason. So stage 1 was definitely the hardest for me. Stage 2, I started to feel a lot better. Still not running, the greatest, but I definitely felt like I was in a better position. And then stage 3, I don't know what I won't say something clicked, but something got closer to being in place. And I was able to kind of hang with Isaiah and Joseph. Ended up jumping Joseph in the pit cycle. I had started to kind of catch Isaiah, so I was looking forward to trying to get up there and battle with him with maybe a lap or two to go. But obviously the caution came out, and that ending was really exciting and really not exciting for me at the same time because I felt like I was stuck behind a wall. But I probably had a better chance with the caution than I did without it. So, but yeah, stage 3 was just super different. The car felt a lot better. It felt like it had more turn in some places and was a boat in others, specifically turn 3. So I don't know why it changed. Like, I get why it changed like that. I don't understand how it affected that stuff specifically.
Well, of course, I'm not even going to ask you. Jerry's watching. I'm surprised he didn't comment on the Fox caution. Pretty shocked. But any shout out you want to give to anybody here tonight?
Obviously, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my grandparents, my girlfriend, Omo, Body Bag Johnny, and my Uncle Tommy. You for dealing with us again on another Saturday night. Jordan for hosting everything. I know that hopefully this is a little bit easier for him now that the trucks aren't around anymore. So, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's a little easier on him. Peter for helping me a little bit. Isaiah for showing me how to drive the track, apparently. Yeah, man, I couldn't do anything against him and Joseph. I don't get it, man. And Pennsylvania for making us go to this place twice.
Well, of course, man. Congrats on the second place finish. We didn't expect you to get it there. Had a pretty good run at the end. Better than your average finishing position for this season, so kudos to that. And hopefully next week will be as enjoyable for you as it was tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, looking forward to Darlington in 2 weeks, and we'll have to see what I bring out there throwback wise.
Of course, hopefully we're talking to you next week again. Until then, man, you have a good one.
You too.
Now on to our race winner. It's going to be the 09 of Isaiah Fox.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
Usually I say I could be better, but this time I'm actually doing pretty good.
Doing fantastic. Well, I mean, you had a really good charge here. 88 laps led out of 100 laps total. Not many laps were given away to other drivers, other than a few at the end of stage 1 and a couple pit cycles here and there. What do you feel like contributed to your success here tonight?
For sure, a lot of clean air. Clean air was key tonight. So starting it off with the pole, I had the upper hand all race long. I was just able to hold that, and it was super big. I think I was really fast, that's for sure. But just I'm still not fully sure how I was able to hold on the old tires, because I can tell you for sure, in case you couldn't catch it on the TV, that right front was absolutely screaming. It was begging for mercy. But clean air, just a big, and I mean Joseph, just we worked so well together. There was quite a bit of that going on, and I feel like we'll see that between me and Joseph continuing the work together in the future. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But yeah, a lot of fun racing with him. He helped me a lot. He threw some great blocks for me. I tried my best to help him out as well, and just finally, it's been a had a lot of races this year that coulda, woulda, shoulda been checkered flag, and just persistence pays off, and this one just finally just got all the pieces together and was able to finally capture that checkered flag.
Of course, tires were screaming at certain points and times here tonight. Like you said, you were having a little bit of a difficult time with those tires as well. When did you kind of feel like you saw that there was going to be a pretty bad tire problem in stage 3?
Oh yeah, well for sure. The thing about these races is you always tell yourself, I'm gonna try and learn in the early stages, and then put it to use in the later stages, and that's always the goal going into these races. And sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Sometimes it does, and today was definitely a time it does, because I knew the tires were wearing for sure pretty badly. At the end of my first pit stop, my tires were down to like, I mean, I had led the whole race up to that point. It was about 22 laps, I believe. And it was at about in the 60s for sure, low 60s. So that's kind of when I knew tires were gonna wear. When I learned what I could do with the tires on a long run was stage 2 when we had that caution with about 10 laps to go. I stayed out, me and Joseph stayed out. Owen went into pit, and I was able to hold on for that stage one. So that taught me a lot for the end, and I was able to put it to use there. But definitely the tires wearing was definitely very prevalent in the very beginning of this race, and it's just honestly really glad I got the chance to learn with that yellow at the end of stage 2, because that was a big contributor to how I won this race as well.
Of course, man, moving into Darlington next week, throwback track. It's also going to be a little bit of a difficult track. How are you feeling about your opportunity to seed yourself within the top 3, if not get a win there?
I absolutely love Darlington. For sure, it's one of the greatest tracks. Always love Throwback Weekend. Love the atmosphere of it. Just a feeling you don't get from just any old track. Darlington's one of a kind. I feel confident for sure. I believe Darlington last season was a runner-up to Mark Morton. I was runner-up to Mark Morton at Michigan last season, and was able to avenge myself this season. So we'll see if we can go 2 for 0 on Mark there. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Super excited for another opportunity to hopefully capture another checker flag.
And of course, man, before we let you go here tonight, any shout out you want to give to anybody?
First and foremost, this win is definitely for the late great Lane Staley, frontman of the rock band Alice in Chains. He would have been 59 years old today, so happy birthday to him. Glad I could win it for him. Shout out to all the other competitors, all the admins, everyone putting this on. Love the broadcasts. Definitely gonna watch it back. I had my dad watched it this time, so I really appreciate you putting that on. He doesn't usually get the opportunity to watch this, but Pocono is his favorite track, so uh, glad I can make him proud winning it at his track for sure.
Of course, man. Congratulations on your victory tonight. It's been a long one. Last time you got one was on June 6th for Michigan,
Ooh,
so a little bit overdue for one here tonight. Most laps
absolutely.
led, pole position. You walked away with a win, so of course, congrats to you tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Was your race winner there, Isaiah Fox, after getting the win here tonight. Of course, a hard charger on the night was Josh Mason. Isaiah Fox with the most laps led. Fastest lap went to Davis there in stage 3. And of course, the original pole position going to Fox as well. Be sure to check us out multiple times a night. Monday for the American Stock Car Racing League, Wednesdays in September for Right Time. You can catch the new Asphalt Racing League Truck Series on Friday nights. That is wrong. On Thursday nights at 8:30, Twitch and YouTube. It'll be the Asphalt Racing Network's Twitch account, YouTube account, and of course the Naras Cup Series here back on Saturdays, 8:45 p.m. EST. Of course, it has been a great race today. Good turnout for these drivers. Hard-fought battles at the end, but of course only one person can get that victory. That'll be Isaiah Fox here tonight. Of course, we're going to leave you with the white flag lap where Fox claimed his victory. Until next time, we hope to get you back here. If not, we hope to see you somewhere else.